Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. I don't know where you are seeing me from. I don't know where you are watching me from. But it is good morning from my location here. And if you are seeing me for the first time, if you are coming across this platform for the first time, I really welcome you. My name is DavidNnannah, and this is my YouTube channel. DavidNnannah is a member of the Biafran Writers of Conscience. And the reason for this YouTube account is for us to continue to send our strong message to preach Biafra to the world. As you all know, it is only Biafra that can, guarantee the safety of the black race. If we don't get Biafra, I tell you, every living thing on this planet Earth will be destroyed. This is the words of the prophet, DavidNnannah. We love him so much. We appreciate his personality. We appreciate who DavidNnannah is and what he's doing for the Biafran nation. Every one of us saw what happened 3 days ago when our leader DavidNnannah was speaking truth to power, destroying the terrorists in their own den, in their own domain. And that is the signature of our leader. Saying the truth at all times, because it is only truth that stands the test of time. You can imagine somebody who is fighting for the freedom of his people. The terrorist Nigerian state went far away to Kenya. They went and kidnapped him. The reason being that they want to stop him from fighting for the freedom of his people. They want to discourage him from speaking about the plight of his people. And it is only those who don't know DavidNnannah that will believe or think that DavidNnannah will ever give up the fight for the freedom of his people. The same thing applies to our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Because Simon Ekpa was speaking while DavidNnannah was in detention, they also thought that, they will silence Simon Ekpa. They don't want Simon Ekpa to speak for us. They don't want him to defend his people. They don't want him to fight for the freedom of his people. They also went and kidnapped Simon, and sorry, not kidnapped. Finland now called Simon Ekpa for questioning, trying to discourage us from standing strong for what we believe in, trying to discourage us from, associating with our freedom. Who does that? And how possible can that be? It can never be possible. We will always fight for our freedom. So, dear friends, this morning, I just want to have a quick one. It's a quick one. I hope if you are listening from the homeland, the United States of Biafra, I want you to understand that today is sit at home. Today is the first day of the 2-day sit at home. Today, 13th of February 2025, is the beginning of the sit at home. as pronounced by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Igwe Butuzo. So I don't know how your area is in Biafra land. This sit-at-home is for the 40 states of Biafra land, the whole 40 states. And the reason for this sit-at-home, everybody knows. But in case you don't know the reason for the sit-at-home, the reason for the sit-at-home is for us to register our anger to the terrorist Nigerian state. The reason for the sit-at-home is for us to tell the Nigerian government that enough of the killings of our brothers and sisters, enough for the killing of our women and children, and enough for the burning of our properties. Recent weeks and days, Nigerian government terrorists, the Bubago, the Nigerian terrorist army and police have been killing our people in various communities. They have been arresting innocent youths, tagging them unknown gunmen, and we are shooting and killing them. People who committed no crime. There is no evidence that these people you are accusing of being unknown gunmen, there is no evidence to show that they are unknown gunmen. There is no evidence to show that these people are kidnappers. There is no evidence to show that these people committed any crime. But Nigerian government, because they hate Biafra, because they hate our people, because of their Islamization agenda that the Biafran people have rejected, they now declared war on our people, on our innocent youth, women and children. And a lot of Biafrans have been killed. The last count, over 2,000 Biafrans have been killed just from January to this day, 13th of February 2025. And that is very, very unfortunate. And that is heartbreaking. A lot of families have lost their breadwinners. A lot of families have lost their mothers, lost their fathers. And nobody is being brought to justice for all these atrocities against our people. So since the declaration of Biafra, a lot of atrocities have been happening in our land, in our territory. The Nigerian government invaded our communities and started killing our people, burning, even throwing bombs, using every means as a weapon of war against the indigenous people of Biafra. And now the Biafran Defense Forces, the Biafran Liberation Army, all the armed forces of Biafra now rose up from a defense council meeting and decided that today being 13th and tomorrow being 14th, will be sit at home to mourn those that have been killed by the Nigerian state, and as well to use it to delegitimize the terrorist Nigerian state, to send a very strong signal, and as well to revenge the killings of these innocent Biafran that were killed. So today we are respecting that sit at home. If you are in the homeland, I hope you are safe and I hope you are sitting at home, because today and tomorrow will be total lockdown, total shutdown of the 40 states of Biafra land. If the Biafran Defense Forces see you, the terrorists in our land, we are going to defend ourselves, because the terrorists that comes in our land are not coming to maintain peace. They are coming to look for people to kill. So that is why we are telling you, Biafrans, anywhere that you are, you must sit at home, enjoy with your parents, enjoy with your families, enjoy with your wives, enjoy with your children. Today and tomorrow will be no-go area. Today and tomorrow will be very hot for the terrorist Nigerian state. We are going to show Nigeria that we have a defense force that is capable of protecting our women and children and defending our land. This order is coming from the highest command of the Biafran Defense Forces. So, onye si na ngwa adịrị ire ya tinye n'anya. The Biafran government is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that the Biafran people are free from the terrorists that are killing our people. The international community have feigned ignorant of our plight in that contraction called Nigeria. They look the other way when Biafrans are killed. But when it is Palestinian, when it is Israelis, when it is Pakistani, when it's Americans, yeah, the whole wide world, their media will be carrying it because to them, it is only their lives that matter. We don't blame them. We blame the government that is responsible for people in Africa. We blame the government that are ruling the people in Africa. And that is why we have seen all these atrocities that is going unchecked. No punishment for it. Nobody is being held accountable for their atrocities against indigenous population. And that is why we decided that we want to be on our own, to be able to take care of our women and our children and take care of ourselves as a nation. So, sit at home is a tool for delegitimization of the terrorist Nigerian state. We are using it to delegitimize those who have come to kill us. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. We understand the modus operandi of the terrorist Nigerian state. We understand they come with intimidation, they come with force, they come with killing, they come with disappearance and forced arrest. This is a tool that they use to intimidate the people into acceptance. But in our own case, they have met a brick wall. Charity John, thank you for joining and good morning from here as well. The Nigerian terrorist state have met a brick wall in Biafran issues. We are not going to accept anything less than Biafra. We will continue to sit at home. We will continue to delegitimize the terrorists in our land. We will continue to defend ourselves. We will continue to defend ourselves from the terrorist Nigerian state. We understand what is happening in that contraption. Look at Southern Kaduna. Nobody is speaking for them. That is why they are being killed like chickens, like animals. Look at what is happening in Benue. Nobody is speaking for them. They are at the mercy of the terrorists. The Nigerian government is responsible for all the killings that is happening all over Nigeria. And because it is only Biafra land that have the leaders, when I talk about the leaders, the agitators, have risen up and said they cannot be alive to see their people being killed without any consequences. And that is why we are standing very strong against anybody that have come to kill our people, our women, and our children. We will not fold our hands and watch you come to our domain and kill our people without any consequence for that. It's not going to happen. That is why today, all over the 40 states of Biafra land, is to sit at home. If you are sitting at home, please be conscious of your security as well. When you hear something, say something. The Biafran Defense Forces are all around the nooks and corners of Biafra land to defend our people. Enough of all this killing from the terrorist Nigerian state. They have killed us enough. And it is time that we have risen to defend our land from the invaders. They will come, but they will not succeed. They will come, but they will not succeed. Because anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke. Chukwu okike abịama have destined that Biafra must be restored. And that is why you can see us standing very strong. And let me make another point here. If you are a Biafran, anywhere you are all around the world, and somebody tells you that there is no seat at home, or that you should not obey the seat at home, be looking that person with one eye. Believe me, be looking that person with one eye. That person is not a Biafran genuine freedom fighter. That person does not believe in DavidNnannah BTV. That person does not believe in our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko. That person does not believe on the freedom of the Biafran people. Neither do the person believe on our government. Because our Prime Minister, in one of his submissions, our Prime Minister said, while he was making exposition on the terrorist Nigerian state, he said, somebody was asking him, what of if you see somebody that is fighting against Nigeria, that is doing anything against Nigeria, but that person is not supporting Biafra, will you support that person? The Prime Minister said, yes, of course. As long as you are fighting against the fabrics of Nigeria, because Nigeria is a slaughter camp. Nigeria is a country that should not be allowed to exist in the first place. So our Prime Minister said, as long as you are fighting against Nigeria, even if you are not supporting that his agitation for Biafra, or you are not supporting the self-determination, but you are fighting to destroy Nigeria, that same person should be supported. Irrespective of the fact he may not have the same ideals, the same, you may not believe on what he is doing. But as long as that person is fighting to destroy Nigeria, the same way he himself is fighting for the freedom of his people against Nigeria, then that person should be supported. Then if imagine somebody now see that the Biafran Defense Forces have initiated sit at home to delegitimize the terrorist Nigerian state, and as well to mourn Biafrans who were killed by the terrorist Nigerian state, and somebody is telling you that there is no sit at home or advising you not to sit at home, you should know that that person is a one Nigerianist. If our Prime Minister was here, bet you me, you will not be seeing 2 days sit at home. No. If our Prime Minister was here, you will be hearing about 1 week sit at home, 4 days sit at home, or even 5 days sit at home. In fact, 1 week sit at home. But because the Prime Minister is not here, the Biafran Defense Forces, who are now in charge of the Biafran government when it comes to the de facto in the homeland, when it comes to security, the power is now in their domain to declare sit at home and to give instructions on security issues. The Biafran Defense Forces now said there should be 2 days sit at home. And we, the Biafran people, should support it. And there was a genuine and tangible reason for that sit at home, to mourn those who were killed by the terrorist Nigerian state. And somebody is telling you that, oh, there should be no sit at home. Then that person is your enemy. Take that person to be your enemy. Take that person to be a Nigerian agent. We should not listen to such persons. So today, if you are in the homeland, make sure that you are free. Make sure that you are safe. Make sure that you obey this sit at home. Very, very important. As a matter of fact, the freedom of the Biafran people have just begun. The total delegitimization of the terrorist Nigerian state have just begun. And it's not going to be easy for everybody. Especially, we understand. We understand that. But the truth of the matter is that now that we are fighting them, now that we are defending ourselves and defending our women and children, I know everybody will feel the impact of the actions of the BDF. But then, Nigerian government will never rise up again. The killings that have happened in Biafra land few weeks ago can never happen again because the defense of the land have risen. The gods and goddesses of our land have risen. And that is why we must support our government. We must support the Biafran Defense Forces for what they are doing to make sure that we are free from the terrorist Nigerian state. Very, very important. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Tomorrow is the last day of the sit at home. The terrorists are getting it woto. The terrorists, they cannot have their easy day anymore in Biafran territory because our people have been killed enough. Our leader said, evil triumph when good men refuse to do something. Evil triumph when good men refuse to do something. We know you cannot do something on your own. We have a government that is responsible for the Biafran people. The Biafran Republic government in exile, under the leadership of Obatobi, Prime Minister Simon Ekpanjoko, are responsible for the protection of Biafran people all over the world, more importantly in Biafra land. This is the government that is fighting for the recognition of the United States of Biafra. We must support this government with everything that we've got. It is an appeal to every Biafran anywhere you are all around the world. You may be enjoying in America. You may be enjoying in UK, in France, in Germany, and all the rest of it. Consider your people in the homeland. Are they enjoying what you are enjoying? The reason why they are not enjoying what you are enjoying in America is because of the subjugation of the Nigerian state. We are under threat. Our existence is threatened by the continued existence of Nigeria. That is why we must support the government to end Nigeria. We must support the government, Brigi, to end Nigeria. We must support the acting Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere, and the Biafran cabinet members to end Nigeria. We must support the lobbyists to end Nigeria. We must support our attorney to end Nigeria because that is the work that we are engaged upon to do. And the only way you can support is financially. Please do that. If you are in the media, you must make sure that you preach the message to our people. You must educate our people so that all the information that need to get to them gets to them. Any way you can support, but more importantly at this time, what is needed is finance. The Biafran Defense Forces need the finance to continue to do their job. These people have given up everything they have got. These people have vowed that it is Biafra or Biafra. With their lives, they are putting their lives on the line every day, taking bullet for you and taking bullet for me. So we must do everything humanly possible to support them. You saw what General Igwe Butozo said yesterday, that today marks the beginning. Today marked the beginning of the war that the Nigerian government have declared on Biafra after the restoration of the declaration of the independent state of Biafra. They have been killing us secretly for a long time. And it seems as if nobody is, going to protect us or protect our nation. But the Biafran Defense Forces have taken that responsibility to make sure that they defend our land, protect our women and our children. So it's not going to be easy. The only thing that will make it easier for them is if they can have the finance that they needed to procure every necessary equipment that is needed to destroy Nigeria. Because if you don't destroy Nigeria, Nigeria will destroy you. and we cannot allow Nigeria to destroy us. No. Anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke. We are a choosing generation. We are a special people. A breed of people from all over the world that Chukwu Okike Abiama selected for himself. So we must do the needful, support our government to fight all these terrorists in our land. We cannot allow them to be sleeping with their two eyes closed while our women and children are being killed indiscriminately. No way. The land of our ancestors must be protected, and that is what the Biafran Defense Forces are doing. Like our leader used to say, and our Prime Minister as well, we have over 100,000 men under arms that are ready to lay their lives for their nation, Biafra. What they need is the equipment. What they need is the granite. What they need is all the necessary tools to make their job easier. So where are you in this? Are you contributing for the freedom of our people? And let me tell you what DavidNnannah BTV said while he was here with us. He said that Chukwu Okike Abiama, the creator of heaven and earth, said that those people in America, outside Biafra land, that are doing very well, these are the people that Chukwu Okike Abiama gave the opportunity of being where they are, achieving their various successes, so that when a time like this comes, they can be able to support in the liberation of their people. So instead of you eating hamburger 3 times a day, enjoying yourself in America, in UK, you should remember that there was a reason why Chukwu Okike Abiama made it that way. He made it possible for you to travel so that you can look backwards, listen to the yearnings of your people in the homeland, observe the cries, the sufferings of your people in the homeland, and support their liberation and support their freedom. That is one of the reasons why you are in America. That is one of the reasons why you are in UK, in France and Germany, in Asia and Europe, is to help for the freedom of your people in a time like this. So please support our freedom, because when Biafra is restored, our people will no longer be cleaning, we no longer work as nannies abroad. Our people will no longer be sweeping the streets abroad. Our people will no longer be, washing toilets abroad. Our people will no longer be cutting farms, will no longer be doing all these menial jobs for all these whites and Caucasians. No. Rather, those people will now come to our land and do that same work for us, because we have all the resources to feed the whole world. But that is the singular reason they don't want us to be free. But we must be free. This is the time for our freedom. Our freedom is long overdue. It is our responsibility to make sure that our freedom comes faster. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I just will say, let me do a quick one, because most of my colleagues, they are on X, and I want to join them over on X, and we continue from there. This is my first video since opening this YouTube account. So if you have not joined my YouTube subscribers, try and join me. Try and subscribe. As a matter of fact, I've not even started though. We have a lot in store. I have a lot for the Biafran people. It's just that, we are just starting. We will get there. We will get there. We will get there. So please, let's go to us and join our people to do the needful. Sister Charity John, I really appreciate you. You are my first live viewer for the for the day. Nwachineke, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nwachineke. Always remember that Biafra is God's kingdom on this planet Earth. And mgbe ahụ ndị fada unu na-asị unu data onye nwụọ ọla enigwe ga mewe enjoy si ya na ọwa asị, onye gwa gị kịta si ya na ọwa asị, data enigwe a na-ekwu okwu ya is here. Is here. The heaven on earth is here, and it is Biafra that is God's heaven on earth. And that is why the whole world don't want us to be free, because they know what we Biafrans can do. They know what we Biafran can do. Why do you say it's lying? Do you mean that there is a heaven somewhere? The heaven is here. So, Biafrans, let's go over to X. I'll be coming, more often, to do my live videos and, send one or two messages. Yes, if you have not subscribed, please try and subscribe. Very soon, I will open one package. That package is going to be interesting. That package is going to be interesting, and I know every Biafran will love it. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's go over to X and join our people to do the needful. But remember, sit at home must continue. Tomorrow is the last day. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Tomorrow is the last day of our sit at home. Chukwu Okike Abiama will make it possible that our freedom this year will not elude us. Our leader, DavidNnannah BTV, must be released. Our Prime Minister also must be released. Each and every one of them will be free when we are going to dance in the land of our ancestors. Ndewonu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.